Hit
I'm
record.
ready.
Okay, there you go. Let's start again. Woohoo! All in
Woohoo! So,
alignment.
yeah, I wanted to bring out the pom-poms today because we had a great empowerment coaching call last night.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
And it's like, I just
Light
love
bulbs.
how these awarenesses pop out. And I posted, something last night because it was really profound to help, just bring that limiting belief to the surface. And it was like, that'll do. That's good enough, right? That'll do. That's good enough. And how many times do we all do that?
Yes.
Do we all say, that's good enough, right? Although my partner is a bit of a perfectionist, that we spend a lot of time redoing things because it isn't good enough.
It
And
isn't.
that's good because then we've raised the bar,
Yes.
right? And we raised the bar, and then we were just talking before we came on, Cheryl, about what were you talking about? And I love that. I love that. Tell them what we were talking about.
The law of resonance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fascinating. So, this year I am in the process of creating new neural pathways, meaning some new self-development habits for myself. And part of that is in watching a podcast in the morning. And I'm a real fan of Vishen Lakhiani, who is Mind Valley, right? And
Hmm.
he has some brilliant, I mean, he's studied with teachers across the globe and he brings you the nuggets. So it saves you, right? So I'm also an organizer and time saver. So whatever can save me time, why not get it all in one podcast instead of 8, right? Anyway, he was talking about, and I heard it. So I've listened before and I've listened to him say it before, but today I heard it. And he
Ah,
was
that's the
talking about
difference.
it is a big difference. He was talking about having a conversation with Reverend Michael Bernard Beckwith. And
Hmm.
The Secret, of course, that movie's been out for over 20 years now. And he was having a conversation with him one day, and he said, Michael, what would you teach, or would you teach something different? Because he was one of the stars in the movie. And he said, absolutely. He said, the law of attraction is incomplete, meaning how it was portrayed. We say what we want and it comes to us. He said, actually, the law is the law of resonance because the universe is our mirror. It's
Hmm.
giving and reflecting back to us where we're at. So if you want to raise the bar in your life in one of the 9 aspects that we teach with the feng shui and the bagua, the treasure map, looking at those areas, what is it you want to shift? Now you need to elevate your energy so that you are attracting that.
Well, and that goes back to our empowerment coaching call last night, right?
Exactly.
Bringing up that limiting belief that says, that's good enough. Yeah, that'll make do, right? That we'll make do with that. And so again, we know the thought that creates the emotion. And
Hmm.
the emotion is the thing that is the electromagnetic. Emotions are electromagnetic. So that ties in with the law of resonance.
Hmm.
So if the client, the person is saying, oh, I can make do with that. What's the emotion? The emotion is,
Settling.
you know what? I'm not worthy to have something nice.
Better.
I'm not worthy to, you know. So again, that is resonating out there, and
Mhm.
that's what's resonating back.
Exactly. Mirroring
Like,
back.
like what a holy shift moment, right?
Yep.
Holy shift.
Exactly.
Uh, So, how important is your environment? Super important because in that one moment, the she was able to pinpoint there was quite a few things
There
in
was
her
quite a few
environment
things.
that she had
Yes.
made do with.
Yes.
She was making
Including,
do.
yeah, including a cabinet that she doesn't like, but
Yeah,
it'll work.
yeah.
It'll
And so
work for
then
her. But I don't like it.
she's living with things that she doesn't love.
Yep.
There's that feeling of angst and frustration. That's what's resonating out there. Du-du-du-du. That's what's resonating back. So powerful, the work that we do. I love when we have those holy shift moments. And good
I do
morning,
too.
Wendy from Regina.
Hi, Wendy. Good
Good
morning.
morning, Carol. Yeah, so good morning, everybody. Who the heck are we? We kind of got off tangent there, or I
That's
did
okay.
anyways,
It
because I
was a
had this.
good, it's a great learning and it's a
It's a
great
good
topic.
tangent.
It's a good tangent. We're here to help
Oh,
support and educate. So yes. Who are
mhm.
we? See that sign behind Anita that says all in alignment? That's who we are. Actually, we are the divine
Mhm.
Anita and the divine Cheryl. That's who we are.
Exactly.
Our
Good,
business is all in alignment.
good morning. Yeah, good morning, Mission. Mission, we got Mission in the house.
Oh,
We got
you're going with places instead of
oh,
people.
I don't know. I'm not so good at it sometimes. Yeah, we got Mission in the house, we got Regina in the house, and we got where the heck is Carol? Let me think. Fort Saskatchewan, I think. Fort Saskatchewan in the house.
Cool.
Okay.
So as you know
So
what you just said,
hmm.
I'm not so good at that.
Oh, well, cancel, clear, delete that.
How about let's shift
Oh,
that?
and hello from La Panita. La Panita's in the house.
Cool. That's fun. It's a fun way of doing things. Greetings, ladies. So Feng Shui Personal Paradise card deck, Tara Catherine Collins. I was shuffling before we started. A group of 3 hit the floor, just bam. And
Mm-hmm.
all of them, I want to say, without giving up the numbers and the conversation, all of them have the red border, the fire border, which was
Ooh.
interesting because I was yesterday listening to Braca Goldsmith and the Aquarian astrological chart for this year. The fire's coming in, baby. Us air
Mm-hmm.
signs. So anyway,
Mm-hmm. Good, good
so
morning, Alaska. Mm-hmm.
all of them have the red fire energy. I
Well,
put them, go ahead.
well, we need fire
Yes, we
if
do.
you're in Alberta at the
Yes.
moment.
Yes, we do
You
need
need
some
fire,
fire.
and apparently Texas is quite cold right now too.
Oh,
So yeah, that fire energy just warms us up.
all right. Well, cool. So there's
Yeah.
2 rooms that came up or 2 areas and one of the Bagua areas. So I'm going to
Hmm.
show you the 2 areas first, and then it's all going to tie together. So the number 17 card foyer.
Hmm.
And we talked a lot about this because as part of my 21-day decluttering with my accountability partner, I worked on the front entrance foyer last weekend. We
Mm-hmm.
were talking about it last night, so this doesn't surprise me. And the number 21 dining room card.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now in between these 2 cards has come up love and marriage. 49.
Hmm. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And I just want to show the image on the back of the card for love and marriage
Okay.
because it's a piece of art
Hmm.
and the art around us are part of our possessions and it's reinforcing something. The question is it reinforcing or resonating with what you want in your life? So instead of us looking at the environment, why don't we start looking a little closer at each possession that we surround ourselves with? Because we talk about looking at your environment, which is broad and it's big and it's, well, I love my home. I love this room. But really, what we want to look at, what we want to focus and narrow down to are each of those possessions we surround ourselves with.
Mm-hmm.
So in the
And that
foyer,
goes
yeah,
back to the reason that we wear these funny
yes,
glasses.
Yep,
right?
yep,
So
yep.
if you're just new joining us and in the last few months or whatever, and we've been doing this for 149 times, um, the reason we wear these is to give you that new neural pathway that says, how can I look at things differently,
Mhm.
energetically? What are they saying to me? How are they affecting my thoughts and my emotions? Because at the end of the day, we want to increase our resonance. So that's our new word,
Yeah.
resonance.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're just going to use that instead. I love it. Okay.
Yeah. So let's talk about the foyer. Um, that is the welcome into our home. So for
Mhm.
those of you that are watching live, although we don't want you to go away from the computer, but as soon as we're done, we do want you to go stand in your foyer and look at it from the perspective of a stranger coming to your house. So put on a pair of fun glasses or a pair of different glasses, and what would a complete stranger feel walking into your foyer?
Mhm.
What would they sense? What would they smell? So bring out all of your senses. Your sixth sense is super important here too, right?
Mhm.
And see what's coming back at you. And you've got your fingers up. Was that for four senses instead of six?
Well, when we did the um a picture is worth 1,000 words, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
The four senses that our reticular activation system
Right.
responds to, the information it filters out is based on the four senses. So all of them, the hearing, what do I hear? What do I see? What do I smell? And what do I feel? The taste one goes with the emotion. So
Gotcha. Okay. So
anyways,
five senses, including intuition and not taste.
right. There we go.
But
Mhm.
you could have a taste in your mouth. And
Well,
that's a
mhm,
figure of speech. However, it can be very true because I've walked into a place and had a taste in my mouth.
mhm,
And that's picked up through their sense of smell.
mhm. Yeah, I know exactly. And I also did my foyer, uh, was it last week or the week before,
Yeah, both of
as
us in
part
the
of our
last 10
program.
days anyway. So,
And we are, we're fast approaching the Chinese New Year.
yeah.
And one of the most important things that anyone in China would tell you as they get ready for the new year, it is that front entranceway. And they actually have a competition to see who can put the most red flags and create the most welcoming um, display for the chi, the life force energy, to flow in to their home spaces.
Mm-hmm.
And we can also practice that. We don't have to put red flags uh, or, lanterns or any of that stuff, unless you want to, of
Yeah.
course.
If it
However,
brings you joy, go for it.
that we're getting ready to welcome in that new year, that lunar new year,
Mhm.
and that foyer, that front entrance is so, so, so important. And that's why it came up today. Cheryl and I both worked on ours recently, and the Chinese New Year is coming. So,
Well, I also want to address
and
the
then
fact
that's a
that,
fire energy card too, right?
well, it's fire energy, but it's also the 17, which equals an 8. And that's that loop, right? That eternal, infinite flow of abundance. And it comes in your front door. So listen to this,
Mhm.
your front door, not the garage door, not the back door, not the side door, your front door.
Yeah, the architectural design of your home has a front door. That's the one we're talking about. That's the one we're talking about. That's the one you need to enhance and welcome in some more chi. And of course, we talked about this symbol,
Yep.
the eight on its side, the infinity symbol with Carol Trusk, who was on
Cheryl.
our virtual stage the other night, the Unstoppable Woman, Power of an Unstoppable Woman virtual stage. And I mean, it was an excellent,
Oh,
excellent presentation. And again, it was about resonance, right?
yep.
It was about increasing your own frequency because it's that this higher frequency that's what we're blah, 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 blah. You know, just think of us as little sound waves, right? We can all have that picture of sound waves going whoa, 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 whoa. And she talked about the toroidal field energy, the torus field. And I don't know if any of you have read my book, but it, you know, it might have been, you know, it's information that's not documented anywhere else but here, because it came out of here and came out of here. But our homes, in my opinion, our homes also have that toroidal field of energy.
Absolutely, they do.
So if Mother Earth has toroidal field energy, humans have toroidal field energy. And when our toroidal field, which also looks like that figure 8, right? When that toroidal field energy is whoa, 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 doing that, that's what we get back. And our homes, because they're connected to Mother Earth and we live in those homes, our homes, in my unscientific opinion, not been documented by science anywhere, I say that our homes also have that toroidal field energy.
Pets do, plants do. Why wouldn't our home?
Exactly. And so when we're enhancing that front entrance, that front foyer, the outside of the home, you know, bringing that in, we're actually um, we're actually energetically connecting some circuits, right? So if you think of your home having this toroidal field energy, and maybe we've been ignoring that space outside, then this is a way to connect that circuits, that unseen energetic circuits. Anyways,
Love it. Okay, so let's
I'm
talk
on a
about.
tangent. I'm on a tangent day today. I'll
Yeah,
just zip.
yeah. Apparently, it's all good. It's all good. It's all educational. It's all in with the intention of supporting and helping those that are watching us live and those that are watching the hashtag replay. So it's all in that support with the best of intention. So let's talk a little bit about the dining room now then. And I want to bring love and marriage into both of these areas, but I wanted to talk about them separately first. So in the dining room, what's going on for you? Is your table, and I think this came up because I was getting the PowerPoints ready for last night's empowerment coaching call, and I was looking for horizontal stacking images. So that's why I think, because I wanted the horizontal
100%.
stacking, right? So that you couldn't ask for a more horizontal surface typically than the dining room table. And in your house, is it a catch-all?
That's an important one. Is it a catch-all? Is it used as a dining room table, or is it used for something else? I've been actually working at my dining room table with my laptop lately because it's been so freaking cold. And you know, we have the little fireplace down
There's, yeah.
down there, and it's warmer down there than it has been in my office. And I was thinking about that the other day and thinking, well, you know, I could have a space heater, bring it up to my office and whatever. But anyway, so I've been working at the dining room table. And sometimes I know in our last 21-day decluttering program, Creating Sacred Spaces, one of the participants, the dining room table was actually the first thing that they saw when they came in the foyer in the front entrance. And it was completely a catch-all. And I mean, I'm going to put the link. You can go look at the before and after picture. She gave us permission. If you go on creatingsacredspaces.info, you'll see what an amazing job she did. And it was such, again, another holy shift awareness moment to say how she had been, limiting the relationships of her family in and how her clutter was impacting them
Mm.
in that they were not able to utilize that table as its intended purpose, which was to gather as a family. She
Mhm.
had that huge awareness and at first, I mean, the first reaction was to feel guilt or shame around
Right.
it, but then, she shifted it
Exactly.
to say, wow, now I have this awareness of how
Mhm.
my actions were
Ripple.
impacting this family unit. And
Mhm.
it could be just impacting the love and marriage. It could be impacting just the significant other. And I mean, that was just wow, right?
Yeah.
And then what did you do the last 21-day program? Who did you invite over at your table?
Oh,
I mean, that was
it's true.
cool, right?
That
And
was
that
very
was
cool. So I set the table. I set some candles on it. Poured myself a cup of tea. I set the table and I invited all my taxes, all my papers, all my abundance, all of this um, forms of abundance, all the receipts to come and join me at the dining room table. And then I could go through and I could organize. And it was lovely. I dimmed the lights so we could have a lovely conversation. The flow of energy around the dining room table was so fun.
hmm
And many of us, I can't say we all, but many of us want to invite abundance in. And yet we get receipts and we trash them or we crumple them up or we throw them in here or we hide them. That's
or
those receipts
complain,
or
right?
complain, but
Complain about, oh,
those
the heating
receipts,
bill is so high
but those
instead of
receipts
offering that gratitude.
right? Those receipts are proof of your abundance.
hmm
So invite
Yeah.
them to join you for dinner. Invite them to
hmm
your dining room table and have a conversation with you. Just another
mm
way of looking at things, right? Okay, so let's tie this
hmm
all up in a beautiful, fabulous bow with love and marriage.
mm Well, in feng shui, when we look at the love and marriage area of the home, it's not only about our intimate relationships, but
Yes.
it signifies that self-love.
Hmm.
And so, yeah, if you put your a right hand in, you put your right hand out. You put your right hand in and you shake it all about. When you walk into your foyer, into your front entrance, what is in the right hand
Right. Corner.
corner of your home? And it may be, you know, it may be like in my case, that area of our home is actually part of it's outside.
Hmm.
So, I mean, there's other things I have to constantly work on to bring the energy, lift the energy up in that area. But it's also, it's all reflective of self-love. So
Yes.
again, going back to our empowerment coaching call last night, that self-love, that a relationship with self was being exposed. It really was.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Those
And
awarenesses last night for her and the self-love was huge. And when I think about her space that we were referring to, the settling and the I don't like, we're in the love and relationships corner.
oh, were they
Right.
in the love and
Yep.
relationship or the
Nope.
wealth? Anyways, yeah,
They
they
were in
probably
love and
were.
relationships.
Yeah. And you know what? It always, and I don't know why, other than the only explanation that I have is the
Energy.
Taurus field energy.
Hmm.
Um, the home is always going to reflect exactly what's happening here.
Yes.
Always, 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 always the energy. So yeah, what's in the love and marriage, and again, you tie it back into the dining room table.
Hmm.
Uh, if your dining room table, Carol said that her dining room table was a catch-all for so long, and she was actually considering getting rid of it
Hmm.
because it was a catch-all. but now she's been working on it. And now today it's only housing a puzzle project, but that's all it has. Yay.
Yay.
But also, can you invite the significant other? Is there still room to sit and have a beautiful meal, light a candle, invite someone else to join you at the table? Because the dining room table is also a symbol of gratitude
Hmm.
in the fact that we have the abundance to be able to sit down and have a warm meal, right?
Well, I love the fact. So this is just popping into my mind, Carol, and this is for you. The puzzle in itself is an invitation. So you have an abundance of pieces. You have an opportunity to share that with others to help you solve, right? So you're solving and you're creating at the same time. So in Carol's case, even if they're not using it to sit and eat, inviting others, including if significant or other family members, to help with the puzzle is also a way of communicating, right? And keeping that bond, that relationship area open and in creativity. So I love the fact that there's a puzzle on there.
Yeah, and then now Sandra is saying that her dining room table is picture perfect, but I only use when company comes. Now that is also reflecting a level of self-love in
100%.
that are you not deserving to sit at that dining room table
That's
every
picture
day?
perfect.
Are you not deserving to use that fine china and all of that beautiful crystalware that sticks in the cupboard that
Mhm.
you only use once a year? And why is it that your company is more deserving than you? Those would be the questions I would ask in that situation.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Great conversation. I'm really enjoying this today, and I hope you ladies are too. Any other comments in there that we want to highlight or bring up?
Well, they're probably scared of
They're
us
scared
now,
now.
huh?
Don't be scared
Um,
because again, our intention isn't to it's not about judging, it's about helping you create a new awareness.
right.
And
And it's
sometimes
it's through all of everybody's participation that we can all, learn and grow and
exactly.
elevate. Shauna says, love gratitude for paperwork and inviting it to the table. So yeah, great insight.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Excellent. Okay. Well, we've only got a couple minutes left. Do you want to tie all of these in together or do you feel complete with this, Anita? And we'll talk about the
I
numbers.
do. I feel complete. Let's talk about the numbers. Where are we
Okay.
at with the numbers? We got an
It
8,
totals
a
a
3,
6.
and a 6.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Totals a 6. And well, if you don't all know, most of you know that I love referring to Marilyn Harper, Joey Roby's Double Digitology book. And I'd already, because I knew it was a 6, and I wanted to pull up the meaning. Now, we can put a link in the conversation how you can order your own book. You can either go on their website or you can get it on Amazon, doesn't matter.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
the way Adironda and Marilyn channels Adironda, the way Adironda talks about numerology is in as much it's more intended on the shape of the numbers. And that's one of the things I like about this because everything is energy.
Hmm.
Numbers are energy and their shape is important. And I just want to address 2 points and then the last paragraph in this section. So the new energy of the 6, and there's a number of bullet points, is bringing in harmony in its purest sense, awakening the human consciousness of this planet to help them gently give birth to their own creativity and connection to their own sacredness. I love that. Because if you think about the
Mm.
number, and she talks about it being pregnant with expectation, right? So giving birth to your own creativity and connection to your own sacredness, that ties all back into how you value and treat anything is how you value and love and treat yourself.
Hmm. And when we talk about our creating sacred spaces,
Mm-hmm.
You know, it is, you know, I'm just getting that visual when I see that number 6,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that it's pregnant with ideas.
Yeah.
That could also be that, you know, in your home, in your physical space, there could be some clutter that is blocking or, you know, the flow. And just think back to when you were pregnant, if, you know, that heaviness on the bottom and how, you know, you lacked energy and you couldn't sleep right and you had to move your body in different ways because, you know, that extra weight
Mm-hmm.
was holding you down or more immobile. So now relate that to your home and the possessions and think about, okay, am I blocking my creativity? Am I blocking that sacred space because of that?
Right. Right.
Ooh.
Love it all. The last sentence I want to say, a 6 represents the expectation that things are going to get better. Now, isn't that the perfect parting closing remark?
Absolutely, absolutely. The expectation that everything is getting
Going to
better.
get better. Yep.
Yes, because we are resonating, right? Our resonance has increased just by being here today.
Exactly. Woohoo!
I know mine has. So thank you all for joining
Yep.
in. Alaska, Stony Plain, La Bonita, Saskatchewan, BC, all of those beautiful places. We
Love
we
it.
love you. And thank you for your support on our
Absolutely.
149. Mhm.
We are all in alignment with Anita and Cheryl. We're helping you to create sacred spaces. Join us live here as you have replays or on YouTube. Have a fabulous, February 8th, we're starting the 21-day decluttering program again. But what's coming up January 27th first?
Oh, next week, yeah, a week from tomorrow,
From
we are
tomorrow.
doing our Vision Quest. This is where you get to have insight from Chinese astrology and the wisdom from the Ching, the Bagua, and we're going to call it the law of resonance.
Resonance now.
And we tie it all up together, and you get to really get clear on what you want to create, that creativity, right? That creativity inside of you that's just calling, that's yearning to get out.
Yep.
We're going to be able to pull it out, put it down on some paper so that you can visualize it, magnetize it, bring it into existence.
Perfect. You'll
And
put a
yeah,
link in the
February,
comments for that.
yeah, February 8th, Carol, is yeah, our Creating Sacred Spaces 21-day program, the next one. And the Vision Quest is
January
next
27th.
Saturday. And yes, you can still join us for both of those, and I'll put the links for both of those.
Perfect. Have a fabulous week. If you enjoyed today, we have one favor. One. Because we do this, well, we do this anyway, but we really love to do this and help everybody. Please share this. I think this was a super important, they're all good, but this was a really super important episode, and we'd love for you to share it out.
Yeah, just share it with one person. Say, hey, you know what? I was on this morning, and I think you would really enjoy this. Check it out.
Perfect. All right.
Yeah.
Have a great week, everybody.
Bye bye. Bye bye.